I welcome you candidates to social study. Today being on 3rd August 2020, and today we want to go back to what we discussed in class 7 and cover now political development and system, where we want to look at some of the traditional forms of government that were there majorly during the pre-colonial period, during the time before colonialism. Remember, after colonialism, now we had borders, and we had now the leadership that we have of present ministers. So during the past, now the Africans were ruled traditionally. And in class 7, you covered the whole Ghana kingdom. But before that, we want to look at now some of now the traditional forms of government that were there during the colonial period. And some of them, as you can see here included, you had some of the communities which were ruled by the Council of Elders. And for example, you have got the Ameru, which are found in Kenya, and they were ruled by the Council of Elders, which earned the title Jur JK. So, one of now the traditional forms of government during the colonial period, we have said now is Council of Elders, and we have given an example, Ameru of Kenya, which now the title was now Jur JK. Then, not only Council of Elders, we earned some of the communities that were ruled by the chiefs as now their head. So, one of the communities that you discussed in class 6 is now the Nyamwezi of now Tanzania, which were ruled by the chiefs, and the title for the chief was Ndemi. Can talk of Ndemi or Mutemi. Hold that one. So the title for the king and for the chief among Wanyamwezi was now the Ndemi or Mutemi. So that is number 2 of some of the traditional forms of government that were existed during pre-colonial period. Then now you have other, which were comprised of many communities during the pre-colonial. They were ruled by the kings. And now in class 5 we discussed, and class 6 we discussed Ambawanga, Buganda Kingdom, and now in class 7 you discuss now the Old Ghana Kingdom. So the title for the Buganda Kingdom, or the people of Baganda, it was now the Kambaka, that is now the Buganda Kingdom. The title for the king was Kabaka, where you had now the Kabaka Mwanga, Kabaka Mutesa 1, Kabaka Mutesa 2, all of them. So the title was Kabaka, and he was the king among the Baganda, who was assisted by several other rulers, the treasurer, the Prime Minister Katikiro, and the like. Then you end Ambawanga. Ambawanga, we can call them Wanga people from now Kenya. They were ruled by the kings, and the title for the king was Nambongo. And we have the powerful that you discussed in class 5, which is now Nambongo Mumia. So Nambongo was the title given to the king among the Ambawanga people of Kenya. Then you end in class 7, the one that you want to discuss just a little bit today, the Old Ghana Kingdom. The Old Ghana Kingdom, it was founded by the Soninke people. So we shall discuss more of this one because we want to go back to what we discussed in class 7. So some of them, some of many kingdoms now end what we call now the hereditary kingship, where the king was succeeded by one of his family members, and more so in Baganda it was now the son of the king took over after the death of now the king. But in Old Ghana Kingdom, we shall see a slight difference in now the hereditary, where we shall look at matrilineal succession there. Then others, we had emperors. For example, you had now the emperor among Ethiopia people, Haile Selassie, Gabriel Selassie, or that one. So you have got now the emperor. So these are some of the traditional forms of government that existed during pre-colonial period. And that one, pre-colonial means before colonialism, pre-colonial. It is before colonialism, before the scramble and partition of Africa. So during pre-colonial period, these are some of traditional forms of government that existed. And after that one, it is when now you end the system of government that we have in Kenya, which is now mentally ended by the president, others, prime minister, and still we have some of them that has got monarchy, as you discussed in class 7, Swaziland, Morocco, all of that one. So let's now discuss a little bit of now the other communities which were the first or the earliest inhabitants of Southern Africa and Central Africa, which now mentally settled in South Africa, which were concerned. So that is much of class 7 that we discussed, and we want to just go back a little bit so that now we can be able to remember of what you discussed in class 7. So the Khoisan comprises of two communities. Khoisan. So we have Khoikhoi, which were also referred to as Orthodox. Then you end the San people, which are referred to Bushmen. So this one, remember, it is Khoisan, Khoikhoi and San. And these people live in Southern Africa. And this Khoisan end one similarity. Not even one, but now two of now the things that are similar between the Khoikhoi and San. Which are they? They spoke in click sounds. So that is one thing that you can identify both of them. They spoke in click sound. Then one of the other thing that you can say is similar between these people, the Khoikhoi and San, the Orthodox and Bushmen, it is that they are of short posture, meaning they are very short. Very short. So they mentally use the click sounds, and also they are very short. So they are short. That is two similarities that you can identify these people who are Khoisan, comprising of Khoikhoi and San. Let's look at now some other difference that we can get between the Khoikhoi and San. This is the similarity here. Click sound and also short posture. This is the similarity between the two communities. Then, remember here, you have got now the Khoikhoi. So let's just discuss it just a little bit. The Khoikhoi, as you discussed, you learned that now they were ruled by the king, the chiefs. The chiefs were the end of now the Khoikhoi, and their main economic activity was now nomadic pastoralism. So it's now, they were nomadic pastoralists, meaning they kept now the animals mentally as their source of income, where they sold. Also, you can talk of other things, the social life, where now you discuss all that in class 7. But the main thing that I want to stress here is that they were ruled by the chiefs, and also they were nomadic pastoralism. Although we say they also participated in trade between now the San and Khoikhoi. After now, they exchanged. Remember now we shall look at now the San before I give the one that I say the trend between the two. So the San people, they now were not, did not have now the defined leadership, where we say decisions were through consensus. This consensus means it was general agreement. All of them end to agree on unison, so that now they can make a conclusion of issue. So if one of them said no, it is not now what it was now taken. So they were supposed now to agree on certain issues so that now it can be able to be taken as now a rule or a law in this San. So this one, it is where now we say it was direct rule. They directly participated in the decisions that affected now the communities. Not one of them to make decisions. Maybe we have got the chiefs. Maybe chief and Ayub say, but in here, all the people among the San, they end the same leadership, where they were supposed now to agree before coming to conclusion of the issue. Then, Also, their economic activity, it was now hunting and gathering. So we say they were hunters and gatherers, meaning they hunted wild animals and gathered now the wild fruits. And I say, maybe they participated in trade. These were nomadic pastoralism. Maybe they exchanged now the meat that they got from the wild animal with now the animal. That is one of the things that now you say maybe they participate in trade between the two communities because they are from the same language group, which is now the Khoisan. Also, we want now to look at specifically one of now defined traditional leadership or form of government, which is now the Old Ghana Kingdom. The Old Ghana Kingdom. So we want to briefly discuss what now comprised of this Old Ghana Kingdom and also look at the reasons or the factors that it meant it to be powerful and strong during the pre-colonial period. Up to now, we still discuss of it. So, what is now this Old Ghana Kingdom? We say it was founded by Soninke people. This is now the people of West Africa. It was founded by Soninke people. And remember, the capital of this leadership, maybe we have supposed not to have capital. Even in our country, we have got the central position that now we have got now the leaders, the head of the country, the president, situated the state house. It is now in Nairobi, that is in Kenya. Also, during the pre-colonial period, because we say it is a defined traditional form of government, they end their capital at Kumbi Saleh. That is now the capital. Kumbi Saleh. And where is it situated, this kingdom? Remember, this kingdom is located between two rivers. These rivers are River Niger and Senegal. So it is between the two rivers, which now are adjacent. That is now River Niger and Senegal. That is the position where we find now the Old Ghana Kingdom. Then, one thing that you're supposed to note of this now, the kingdom, we have saying that it had powerful, strong, and respected leaders. If you have got now the powerful and respected leaders, the kingdom will now rise and rise and rise because of now the strongness of the rulers. So the leaders or the rulers among the Old Ghana Kingdom, they were very successful and they were very maybe respected and powerful. Then, one of the main thing also you're supposed to note here, remember we say most of now the traditional forms of government, they end hereditary leadership. Meaning, after the death of the king or the chief, the son of the chief or the king took over. But now we are taking another twist. Not among the Old Ghana Kingdom. The king was succeeded by his sister's son. It is not his son now. It is his sister's son. And this type of succession, we call it matrilineal succession. It does not involve on the father's side, but mostly the sister to the king now produces a son who will take over after the death of the king. One also other thing that is supposed to note on the other king or the Ghana Kingdom is on the social life of now these people. Remember, you discussed and said that after the death of king, he was buried with all his belonging together with his servants. So that now the servant, because they believed there was life after this one. The servant, maybe they were buried, so that now they can serve the king in the other world after his death. So, these are some of the things that you are supposed to note. There are many, but some of the main ones are this one. Let's finally discuss the factors that contributed to its rise. Why was this Old Ghana Kingdom very powerful? Up to now, we still discuss it. So some of the things that made it powerful or strong and made it to rise or succeed are this one. Number one, it had powerful, not this one, strong, and respected rulers. Mentally, the king was very powerful. He was very strong. He was very respected. So this is one of the factors that contributed to the rise of this Organa kingdom. Then number two, the kingdom and strong and well-equipped army. The army was very strong, meaning it was able to conquer many territories. It was feared mentally because of its strongness and mentally well-equipped. Maybe the modern equipment, the weapons that now they use now to fight and conquer many territories. Other thing that you're supposed now to note, which mentally take it as the main also, it is now the king was the controller of trans-Saharan trade. So this is the one that now he said they traded with the people from south and north, the Berbers from the north and also others from the south. So this one is one of the main things that made it to succeed. The king controlled the trans-Saharan trade as one of the main things that made it to succeed. Also, we have another factor. Remember, this is the main climate. So the area, because we say it was situated between the two rivers, just imagine of that climate, it was favorable. So the favorable climate also is a factor that led to this kingdom to rise and rise and rise and become very big. So why are we saying favorable climate? When there is a good climate, the food will be plenty. So there will no starving. The people will have the food that they want, and the development will go on because there will be no need of buying anything. So due to climate, it prospered, the kingdom. Then finally here, you have, it was strategically placed or situated. Remember, maybe it is between the two rivers. They were able to conquer the territory from the south, from the north, from the east, from west, because they were at the center. Else they were able to be ruled by this king of now the Organa kingdom. There is a part that is remaining on this Organa kingdom. The factors that led to its collapse. Why did it collapse of this Organa kingdom? One of the other factors that led to collapse of this Organa kingdom, it is now the decline in now the trans-Saharan trade. It declined, one of it. And also, you can talk of now the attacks from Almoravites. These are the people from the... This is the main one. They were attacked by the Almoravites, the traders from the north. Else, they were conquered and lost now everything to this. Remember, they mainly depended on trans-Saharan trade. So after the conquer and now the trade was cut, they had no any other form of income. Else, it led to its decline. So these are part of the things that we have discussed because we are still going on and on to do revision. So in the next one, we shall discuss another type of leadership which is now mentally on, which was there mentally after the scramble and partition because they were resisted, the Mantenga people which were led by Samore Ture. So until the next lesson, goodbye.